Hi, I'm Angela, CEO of Akads. Akads helps parents book online tutors for their grade school and high school kids. This scene might be familiar to all the parents listening. Parents today are anxious and stressed about their child's academic outlook as the pandemic has forced education to go digital. This is evident in people like Mommy Trixie. Now, Mommy Trixie works for a multinational that's forced to work from home. Little did she know that she'd have to take up another role, a tutor role for her two kids. Our current situation has also affected her kids' lives as they now have to learn remotely through online means and modules. And this is a lot for Mommy Trixie to handle. It doesn't help that her options online are adding to her stress. It's hard to book online tutors now as most of them have unorganized booking systems and few modes of payment. They generally use multiple platforms, which can be confusing and time-consuming for busy parents like Trixie. My team and I have seen this problem in our own lives, previously being tutored ourselves and also becoming tutors eventually in the future. In college and even now, we see an overwhelming presence of student tutors who are unable to find students to teach. We wanted to fill the gap, and that's why we created a simple landing page and Google booking form that could help parents like Mommy Trixie connect with online tutors. And in 4 months, thanks to Kuba's help, we've evolved our website into a fully functional web application that helps us achieve our goal. And Akad's goal is to make it easy for parents to find online tutors for their kids by combining the booking process, video call, and online payments all into one platform. Before we joined the incubation program, we had 61 sessions with 5 active users. As of May 3, we've reached 199 sessions. This means we've had more than double our sessions before incubation while reaching an additional 5 users. We got these numbers through making sure the booking process of a tutor is faster and more efficient. Parents like Mommy Trixie just have to follow 3 steps. First is to buy credit hours. She can opt to buy 1, 10, or 15 at a time using any of our payment methods such as credit card, e-wallet, or bank transfer. Next would be to book the tutor. The parent can dictate the year level, subject, topic, date, and time of the session. Our system will then match Mommy Trixie's child to one of the tutors based on these parameters, which is something we're constantly improving. Now that we've found the tutor, all Mommy Trixie has to do is make sure her child clicks the join button on the website, and the tutor should be waiting for him on the other end. This session is conducted on Akad's very own video call platform. Our web application has other features, like a chat function, so students and tutors can discuss questions or concerns, a folder drive, which is similar to Google Drive, where parents and tutors can send and receive files like worksheets and syllabi conveniently in one area, and a favorite tutors list. If Trixie's child enjoyed the session with a certain tutor, she can add that tutor to the list. This means that the request will be sent directly to that specific tutor if the child needs another session. Now, let's look at our competitors and see what makes us different. If you go to other similar companies, you wouldn't be able to book a tutor so easily. Trying to book in a brick-and-mortar tutoring center that has gone online requires parents to still contact them through email or through phone. Other online tutoring sites have booking forms, but because of their market-based model, parents will have to sit through hundreds of tutors and hope to find the right one for their child. We made sure that, although being online, we keep a systemized and reliable method of vetting tutors, as well as being able to better facilitate parent-tutor communications and file sharing that not all our competitors have. In the span of 3 months, we were able to execute 3 marketing campaigns with the goal of giving the brand more exposure and gaining more users. First, we had partnerships with mommy communities. We were featured in their social media accounts as well as their e-commerce pages where their users frequent. We also partnered with micro mommy influencers, and we made them try our product, recommend it to fellow moms, and share a referral code for others to try. Lastly, we had 2 ads run through Spiralytics, and they help us get to our target audience on Facebook. However, as an emerging startup, our priorities in terms of marketing has always been the experiences of our current users, and I'm glad to say that they're loving our product so far. Parents and tutors alike see the value in Akads in terms of both competence and convenience. Right now, we charge 500 pesos for a 1-hour session. A parent may opt to buy 10 hours and 15 hours in bulk, and it'll cost them 4,750 and 6,750 pesos respectively. We created this bundle system due to the repetitive nature of tutorials. We earn by getting a percentage of the fee. With the current market, which we have identified to be busy work-from-home mothers with children in private schools, our total addressable market is $88 million. Getting just 0.1% of that is profitable with our current business model. Just like our own students, the Akads team and I are constantly learning how we can better improve ourselves and our services for our parents, students, and tutors. That's why our next few steps this year will be towards creating summer enrichment programs and group session systems, which will open our doors to new methods of learning and teaching. We also plan to leverage the start of the new school year. Since we didn't start along with the school year last 2020, we didn't reach the market of parents looking for year-long tutors for their children. So our goal this year is to help more students achieve their academic goals, help more tutors by giving them financial help and teaching practice, and help more parents like Mommy Trixie so they can work for themselves and their families without worrying about their child's education. If you'd like to help us reach these goals, you may contact us through the following means. Thank you for listening. Once again, I am Angela and we are Akads.
Maayong adlaw sa tanan. Good day to you all from Iloilo City. My name is Noreen Bautista from Panublix, and we are here to innovate in the Philippine textile, fashion, and design industry. Panublix comes from the Hiligaynon word panublion, which means heritage. Did you know, back in the 19th century, Iloilo was known as the textile capital of the Philippines? There were about 3,000 Iloilo weavers working on hablon textile back in the 1890s. It declined due to industrialization, but today, you can see a revival of interest in handloom weaving among a growing base of conscious consumers and designers. We initially started Panublix to solve our own pain points. Our co-founder Margs is a Manila-based designer who always wanted to source Philippine textiles, but she needs someone local to connect with weavers and coordinate sourcing, especially now with lockdowns and travel restrictions. On the other hand, the rest of our team has over 10 years of experience working directly with weaving communities, and we know firsthand the challenges they face on the ground. Take Ma'am Elda, a weaving artisan in Iloilo who has been weaving hablon for 40 years and heads her cooperative. Before the pandemic, her usual sales come from tourists and big conventions. But with the imposed travel restrictions, her income decreased by 90%. On the other hand, there are end consumers like Jackie, a millennial stylish advocate and young professional. Because she is now working from home, she would like to feel productive and inspired by having thoughtful home and wardrobe pieces. At the same time, do what she can to help out in this pandemic. E-commerce could be a great platform for Ma'am Elda to sell directly to Jackie. But at 70 years old, learning online is a steep learning curve. Add to that, you still need designers like Marks to help transform Ma'am Elda's traditional weaves into contemporary designs that Jackie can buy. There needs to be a solution to help artisan enterprises thrive in a market that is now increasingly online, socially conscious, and craving products that are meaningfully designed for the new normal. If we don't address the gap now, we will risk the further exclusion of our weavers and crafters in an innovation-driven and pandemic-stricken economy. This is where Panublix comes in. Panublix is a platform that aims to connect artisan enterprises with designers and end consumers so they can collaborate and create meaningful products to satisfy the changing customer needs. We are committed to building a transparent, traceable, and impactful sourcing experience that connects all stakeholders through collaborative commerce, one that respects culture and values community. We started our prototype here as a virtual telahan or textile sourcing marketplace making the inventory of Iloilo weavers available online. We did this by partnering with local stakeholders like government agencies and private nonprofits. Since joining the incubation program, we've managed to onboard a total of 14 community enterprises comprised of indigenous people associations, weaving cooperatives, and garment makers. Majority are in Iloilo, but we also have partners in Aklan and Abra in the Cordillera. Our e-commerce store was able to provide online markets to our community partners in over 30 countries. We've had orders come in from the Philippines and countries like France and the Netherlands. In over 6 months since launching as an idea, we generated over 300,000 pesos in sales, and more than 60% of which went directly to our community partners. The rest were invested back into our social enterprise development efforts. Since weavers need collaborators with designers to make their weaves more sellable, we launched our Panublix collaborative design platform. We work with designers who directly source weaves from our partner communities. Through Panublix, we take care of digitizing the processes of sourcing and getting orders. Jackie can choose to customize weaves for her home or for her wardrobe. She chooses from a catalog of designs and enters her dimensions and measurements and checks out. Through the work in progress, we give her timely updates about her weave, including information about the culture behind the weaving and the weaver herself. In this way, it's not just a mere transaction. Jackie gets to experience the future of fashion, transparent, traceable, and impactful, where her purchase doesn't just make her look good, it actually does a lot of good as well. In a post-pandemic era, fashion forecast points to a consumer who is digitally native, fashion-forward, and demands new forms of value creation and connection. According to McKinsey, Gen Z and young millennials will make up 50 to 60% of the fashion market by 2025. This next generation of consumers are highly visual and digitally native. To add more value and attract international markets, we are closely working with our DOST Philippine Textile Research Institute to market our Philippine natural yarns and fibers, as these would be more attractive in the sustainable fashion industry. The DOST Yarn Production Center is located here in Iloilo. That is why we have this competitive advantage with direct raw material source. We estimate a TAM of 175 million pesos within the Philippines alone. If we capture at least 26% of the market share, this gives us a sum of 45.5 million. Our revenues will come from the sale of yarns, textiles from our partners, and product collaborations with designers, as well as platform service fees to access our supply chain. Innovative fashion tech companies exist across the value chain, but no tech company yet is focused on the Philippine handcraft ecosystem. Solving a systemic problem requires a multidisciplinary team. Our diverse backgrounds in e-commerce, social business innovation, software, engineering, biotech, and development makes us uniquely positioned to tackle this challenge. Panublix is also part of an impact accelerator that is making sure our social impact model is robust. We are determined to continue this venture as an incorporated company, and we are thrilled to announce that we have been selected as a tech startup incubatee at the business incubator of the Iloilo Science and Technology University. This is only the beginning. If previous pandemics gave rise to the Renaissance and the Roaring Twenties, what could a post-COVID-19 future bring? Hopefully, a renaissance in Philippine sustainable fashion, commerce that respects culture and values community. With your support, we hope to realize this mission. Join us and let's build this future together. Madamo gid nga salamat. Thank you.
Good day. I'm Marilia Nelson Daval, CEO of EveGrocer. How many of us does weekly groceries? Did you know that 8 million plastic packaging were being thrown away every day, which converts to 176 million grams of carbon dioxide? Imagine the effects of that in our environment. climate change, global warming, not mentioning the amount of plastic resins the marine animals ingest and in turn transferred to our body when we eat seafoods. Climate impact. There is no sustainable online food delivery platform. 20 to 30 pieces of plastic packaging per week per family were being thrown away, and carbon footprints of food from unsold products and short shelf life. We are EveGrocer, promising a cleaner future in just one setup. EveGrocer is a zero-waste subscription-based multi-vendor platform. Last year, during the lockdown, the groceries were in total chaos. Long lines, panic buying, empty shelves. We are forced to launch with just one product, the necessity bundle, which includes chicken, rice, dishwashing liquid, detergent, pasta, all packed in reusable containers and delivered personally to our quarantine customers. They now became our returning customers. The reverse logistics, or the circular supply chain, is bundle, subscribe, deliver, disinfect, and reuse, where customers can bundle their products. They can subscribe to daily, weekly, monthly, recurring deliveries. We deliver and we retrieve the reusable containers on our next subscribe delivery. We disinfect and then we reuse on the next cycle. We also give 30% discount when customers return the reusable containers. The campaign helped EveGrocer be 100% zero waste through subscriptions. By subscription, we can arrange with our merchants a full circular model, set delivery scheduling, lower the cost prices, retrieve our reusable containers, and increase our sustainable product line. It will also encourage more brands to shift to sustainable packaging. Our subscription plans, just as weekly family subscription plans are designed for small families. We also have keto weekly subscription, plant-based, farm fresh subscription plans. This is the sample plan from weeks 1 to 4. And here's how customers can purchase at EveGrocer. This is our homepage, the sellers, and if we go to subscription, we can choose from the subscription plans and we can choose with between daily, we can set from 1 to 9 days, weekly and monthly with a 5% discount. So easy to use. Our customers are the working moms and dads who are very much concerned about the future of their kids, the zero waste advocates, the health and wellness advocates. The go-to-market strategy, we partner with merchants and brands. We go to the customers through community events, advocacy groups, environmental awareness, endorsers, landing pages, promotions, affiliates, and we expand through franchising. The brands that we carry. The revenue model is 25% marketplace, 49% from cross-border partners, and soon $100,000 plus 5% royalty from franchising. We're $100,000 for provincial franchise and $300,000 for global franchise, which includes shop renovation, initial inventory, access to platform, merchant account access, automated logistics, payment gateways, training, marketing, SEO, and system maintenance. Growth and traction from April 2020 and 2021. Returning rate is 21.48%, total revenue of 2 million, and growth rate at 685%. Customer reviews, we are so happy. Our customers gave us 5 out of 5. They are very satisfied of how we package their products with care on a reusable container and how we respond quickly to their queries. And in 1 year of operations, we have received these awards and recognitions from world-renowned companies and organizations. And these are the team behind EveGrocer. with a combined experience of 20 years in tech, manufacturing, marketing, logistics, distribution, and business development. We are scaling up with the help of our consultants, enablers, partners, and startup communities. And we are very excited to jump on the next phase. What's next for EveGrocer? Platform development. We'll be migrating to a four-user platform where our partners can um, manage their own sets of merchant. It will allow us to work smoothly on cross borders and on cross-border partnership. We have already signed with our Malaysian and Pakistan partners. They are already starting uploading their products in the platform. And for the EveGrocer food packaging, we aim to complete our full line commodity products, source for more sustainable packaging, and partner with farmers and food producers for a more affordable products. And with all that direction, we would like to invite you to be a part of our sustainability campaign. Let's make sustainability the new normal. We are EveGrocer. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I am Emmanuel Cagimbal, founder and CEO of XPERTO. Before I started XPERTO, I was with the Executive Directorate Office of the Philippine Technological Council. It is the umbrella organization of all accredited engineering professional organizations in the Philippines. The PTC aims to foster collaboration among professionals and its member organizations and keep the engineering professionals abreast with the latest developments in the rapidly changing world through professional development. And in hindsight, the engineers expect the professional organizations like the PTC and its member organizations to have a major role in their professional development. According to a survey by the National Academy of Engineering, 7 out of 10 engineers expect that professional organizations should have a responsibility to ensure continuous education for professionals. These organizations foster professional development through seminars, conferences, symposiums, trainings, and workshops. Given my role in the PTC, I was able to interact with other professional organizations, not only here in the Philippines, but also abroad. And through my personal experience and hearing the leaders of other organizations share their own experiences, I realized that there is a common problem. Planning and managing professional development events is hard because of the limited manpower and the lack of technology. Even before the pandemic, these events are usually flooded with complaints such as manual registrations, limited payment channels, long queues, overbooking, delayed certifications, and others. And when the pandemic happened, these organizations are badly hit because they lack the tech stack to hold these activities in virtual. Some organizations use Google Forms, Zoom, Facebook Live, but a lot of them lacks integration, inconsistent, and a bit over the place. And these problems are not limited to engineering organizations. These are also true for other professional organizations whose members comprise the 3.2 million registered Filipino professionals who are encouraged to undergo lifelong learning activities to remain competitive in their profession. There are laws enacted, which are the Continuous Professional Development Law and the Philippine Qualifications Framework Act, supporting the lifelong learning of individuals. That's why we created XPERTO, to help professional organizations thrive in the digital world. Our goal in XPERTO is to help professional organizations take full advantage of technology so that they can focus on doing the things they love to do and that they can only do. And we can handle all of the messy stuff and technology challenges that they face. We currently offer end-to-end services, which includes registrations, payment collections, setting up of video conferencing platforms, assessment and evaluation, up to sending out certificate emails to the credential earners. With our seamless integration, we aim to unlock the potential of the professional network as dynamic sources and providers of relevant professional development and lifelong learning. Here is our simple process. We ask the organizations to fill up an online form to provide details about their event. We have the flexibility to change certain features and cater to their needs. Aside from standard hosting features, we offer unique services focused for professional organizations like abstract submissions and virtual poster presentations. After they confirm the services and cost, we can already put the registration page live, which can accept payments from credit cards, debit cards, GCash, Paymaya, GrabPay, and bank deposits. And for the event proper, they would have a conference platform with all the features that they would need for plenary and breakout sessions, feedback surveys, and certificate generation. In our B2B business model, we generate revenue for the participant credits that the organization will avail. We charge a service fee which averages at around 150 pesos per participant and serve as payment for us by the program provider that covers the cost for the end-to-end services that we provide. The total addressable market here in the Philippines is pegged at $119 million, and we are targeting to capture at least 20% of the market in the next 3 years. We are also planning to expand to the ASEAN region, given the strong linkages of professional organizations and the presence of ASEAN professional associations. With our current services, we identify our focus of use for the professional organizations and scalability as our main advantages. We leverage on the seamless integration of our services and the convenience that we provide for professional organizations. With our increase in customers, we have to scale up our operations, but still keeping our team lean and maximizing our resources. We now use online tools such as the Fresh Desk services with its customer support system and CRM platform to keep track our customers and activities. We also engage services of consultants on non-core activities and onboarded interns for core activities that need support. Sam, one of our co-founders, will also be joining full-time in XPERTO within the next 2 months. For the past months, we did not spend on marketing, and XPERTO was able to achieve organic growth through word of mouth and recommendations from our current customers. As you can see in the top diagram, we have started with just one organization, and because of the linkages of the professionals, we get one customer after another. Since these professional organizations have established memberships, it is easy for us to be known once we get the organization as a client. We also did a marketing activity last month through an online conference with ingeniero.org that generated additional revenue for us. Since the beginning of the program, our partner organizations have doubled, and we were able to validate our services that we offer. Our paid attendees increased by almost 8 times while maintaining our NPS rating at positive 100. Through the help of Kubo and the mentors, we also pushed for the revamp of the UI of our platforms, which our clients greatly appreciated. As of now, we still have 5 more organizations in our sales pipeline. These are our current partner organizations who have given us good feedback and recommended us to other organizations. As for our revenue, we have reached 1.6 million pesos sales since we started our operations in July 2020, and we are well on track on our target of making 5 times our last year's revenue. We implement distribution-first strategy in which we plan out and set up the distribution before we build for it. Currently, we are still on Concierge MVP, and we hope that we would be able to enhance our current services to make it more scalable. In terms of our product roadmap, we are still focused on the services that would help professional organizations, and we hope to become a full SaaS company intended for professional organizations. We have the credentialing, membership, and training systems lined up. And here's the team behind XPERTO. We are a passionate team that work on XPERTO even it was just an idea in 2018. I am the CEO who have 12 years of experience in operations and project management and actively involved with local and international professional organizations. John, our CTO, is a full-stack developer with 10 years of experience in the IT industry, specializing in web and native mobile application development. Sam, our CIO, is a software engineer for 9 years with affinity for data engineering and analytics. And Jean, our CXO, is a technology consultant with 10 years of experience focusing on web and mobile technology. We have been part of upscale incubation program since 2020, and recently we have been included in the top 30 startups of the Idea Space Acceleration Program. If you also aspire to increase collaboration and tap the huge potential of the professional network in enhancing the competence of the professions and build a nation of globally competitive experts, please support us. I am open to questions, so please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ali, CEO of EveGrocer. We help you borrow anything easily and help you make money out of your underused assets through rentals. This is how our house looks like. These are equipment, toys, novelties, among other things, all on top of each other. Most of these things were only used a handful of times and are just left in storage, eating up most of the space in our home. Well, I'm sure most of you can relate. We buy a lot of things, some of which we don't really need. According to a survey, 67% of the items that we have at home are not being used for more than 3 years. We get to accumulate a lot of things that take up empty spaces in our homes, which results to clutter, taking valuable space away from you. We want people to take back their living space. We want to help people make smart decisions with their purchases and spend only on things that they really need. So, we came up with an online marketplace where people can borrow, rent to own, or rent out their things. What's great about renting is that if you want to buy something but is not 100% sure, you can rent it to try it first. We have a rent to own option wherein you can buy a product after renting it for a specific period of time. You can also choose to return it if you think you don't need the item in the long run. This is our website. You can browse rental and rent to own items via our categories and search feature. If you're looking for something to rent, simply search for the item, pick the rental dates, submit the requirements, and wait for approval. Once approved, just wait for the item to be delivered to you. Items can also be bought via cash or rent to own. This is how we earn on rentals. This used laptop was bought for 15,000 pesos. We rented it out for 500 pesos a day. After 30 days, we already got back the money we bought it for. Any further rentals yielded us 100% profit. Imagine, this same laptop can be resold on the market for the same amount that we bought it for. Most of our earnings come from the rent-to-own business. Remember the same laptop we rented out earlier? We were able to sell this same laptop for 18,500, earning us around 20% profit via our rent-to-own program. We earn a 5 to 10% commission from our partners' items for every successful transaction, a 15 to 20% profit from our installment pay, 100% rental earnings from our rental assets. In the future, we plan to charge a 10 to 20% management fee for managing renters' items. Our competitors are mostly doing rentals, or selling, or rent to own. iRentMo does all these three. Since the start of the incubation program, we were able to earn 2.5 million pesos in gross sales. We also have a 10% month-on-month increase in GMV. We have customers who keep on coming back, and we have a 20% month-on-month customer retention rate. As of today, we've had 50 items that have been rented out and returned. We've helped provide essential items to our customers during this pandemic, from bikes to computers to e-scooters, oxygen concentrators, and other equipment. As of today, we've made 500 transactions for both our rent and rent-to-own program. In the next couple of weeks, we plan on inviting business merchants to list in our platform to have additional assortment of products. We will be partnering with businesses from different industries who would greatly benefit from using the platform, such as schools and universities. Our management team is currently composed of Paul and I, who has 10 years combined experience in e-commerce to run iRentMo. We recently exited a startup e-commerce company, which we also co-founded. So far, we were able to do everything with just the two of us. Imagine what we will be able to accomplish if we would be given the proper resources to help our startup grow to the next level. Start renting and make money from renting out your items today. Join the rental revolution. Thank you and good afternoon.
If you are a healthcare worker in the hospital, this four-letter word means a lot to you. But if not, let me translate it to you. I want to borrow what Kevin Allen Lee says. Our healthcare system has failed when a doctor fails to treat an illness that is treatable. STAT should be equivalent to this four-letter word. If you are working in healthcare, you know that you are always accountable in one's life. Always. Even if you are just working as the admin of the hospital. And if you are a patient, you should be expecting this kind of service in healthcare. But urgency never does happen in the real scene of the healthcare system in the Philippines. In fact, even before pandemic, every year, public and private hospitals face a great challenge in sourcing medical supplies that is reliable, efficient, and affordable. Our healthcare system is screaming for help to bridge this gap. The shortage of medical and lab supplies are the primary barriers to quality healthcare in the Philippines. As a result of deficiencies in the healthcare delivery system, many patients are unable to receive the medical care they need. And this got even worse up to date as we continue to fight the global pandemic. Although I may not be Paul Walker to be fast enough to deliver the medical supplies in the hospital given in the traffic in Manila, my team and I are bringing in a solution that will change the horrible scenes in the hospital, preventing them to use an improvised medical item or using them to one patient to another, because real supplies isn't there. Why do I know that? Because I was a medical technologist risking my health exposed every day in an infectious environment, and a medical sales rep stretching myself to manage the supply chain of my customers for more than 10 years. Hi, I'm Laila, CEO and co-founder of InterLeukin. Medical supplies distribution in the country is said to be the sleeping giant for more than 50 years, doing lots of paperwork and manual process. Because up to date, B2B online procurement of medical supplies are still unavailable, inefficient, and unreliable for our medical institutions. Purchasing officers as well as health workers' daily routine is to individually search and source out suppliers' contact information via online, do daily phone calls and emails for their product inquiries. Does this mean efficiency to you? The baby will have an emergency biopsy at 2 p.m., and the important medical item is not yet available. The procurement officer called early in the morning asking to help them find a supplier for that specific item that the doctor is requesting. Because no supplier is answering their phones during weekends and offices are closed, the surgery was delayed. The baby's condition got worse. This confirms WHO findings that 4 of the 10 leading causes of inefficiencies in the health sector are procurement related. The solution is to provide a real-time access for hospitals, labs, and clinics to inventory of medical supplies available in the country, creating a faster turnaround transaction time between suppliers and purchasing officers. This is where InterLeukin comes in, a cloud-based web platform that creates a seamless medical supply transaction that contributes efficiency to supply chains of hospitals and clinics. The solution we bring is to help suppliers achieve efficiency to quality medical supply deals, whereas we help healthcare institution buyers to experience integrated value online buying of medical supplies. So how does it work? InterLeukin as a tech partner works in this way. A buyer will receive a link as a verified user that will notify them to start their procurement of their supplies. The buyer can start to search, compare, negotiate, and create an order in just minutes. While the suppliers enjoy on having their secured online presence of their products, they will also be able to receive an alert to process, issue an invoice, shorten the delivery timeline of the item for the institute, organize their receivables through the system, and update their buyers real time on the status of their purchases, ensuring every step of the process works smoothly. Our unfair advantage is we connect by bringing healthcare businesses in one single platform, centralizing each partner's needs, enabling them to be more productive, efficient 24/7, and focused on their roles they are assigned to, and making sure that business partners are aligned on the global standards of healthcare procurement, providing confidence and quality healthcare service to patients. Let me tell you about the market. We got into this because the medical device market keeps on growing globally and in Asia, and is expected to even grow more after the pandemic. And the Philippines is one of the countries in Southeast Asia that is expected to grow exponentially due to its dependence on imports, infrastructure of medical factories, and medical tourism. I can say that InterLeukin is in a blue ocean in this field, bringing in more quality products locally and internationally to our healthcare institutions. Our business model is simple. We only get a commission between the range of 2.5 to 5% for every single successful transaction made in the platform, giving them the power tools to seamlessly sell and transact online without hidden setup fees, and bringing in their whole portfolio of verified and regular medical products online. We're locking in our users by turning our healthcare procurement to save more and be happy to serve. Like SM, we got it all for you, bringing them more savings to manage their cash flows and help them bring back the glory days of their businesses in the post-pandemic era. Here's another thing that makes us more interesting. We are the only focused B2B medical procurement platform in the Philippines who knows exactly what medical suppliers and healthcare institutions needs. Plus, ensuring that everyone is following international standards in terms of security and documentations of medical supplies, that all items are verified, registered, and regulated. You all might be thinking, why are we the perfect team to reinvent medical procurement in the Philippines? With our combined expertise in medical device sales, QA, and regulatory, both locally and internationally, we have experienced and tried everything. All the good and evil in the industry, we have seen a lot. Together with the tech team's expertise in development, design, and data analytics, we are hungry to make a change in country's public health. Since we have started building and finding our market fit during the last 6 months, we have grown our customer base and pulling our suppliers, having a total revenue growth of 20% over 5 months. Month after month, we were able to get more traction and improvement, a very from a very manual process to a better process we have today, gaining 444,000 peso revenue growth. Special thanks to Kubo's incubation program. You believe that our idea has the potential when it turns out to become a reality. And it was strongly confirmed that while the platform is ongoing development, we are also able to improve our sales process from a very conventional way, from getting all the orders via SMS and emails to a sales process in an InterLeukin way, to prepare them from MVP launch, which is this month, and gradually let them embrace digitalization of medical procurement. Thank you also to the institutions who believe and trust us, and they are extremely excited to use our product. After we launch our MVP, we won't stop from improving our system to bring our vision to become the gold standard healthcare procurement, not only in the Philippines, but across Asia. To be able to do that, we are looking for 10 million pesos to scale up, bring more traction, and a heavy marketing push to create noise in this industry, because we aim to make medical procurement to be fast and simple. We are going to change the way of healthcare procurement. InterLeukin will become the norm, linking seamlessly to their medical supply needs. And if you will become a patient in the hospital, you will no longer worry that they don't have enough supplies to make a quality procedure for you. Because InterLeukin will get it all for you: the products, the system, and the efficiency that you want it to be. Thank you.
Hi, we're Ventii Eats, the first food discovery and delivery platform for specialty food in the Philippines. Specialty food refers to unique dishes from small businesses. These are made in small quantities from high-quality ingredients. Examples are sushi bake, ube cheese pandesal, and tres leches. At the start of incubation, through our market research and over 50 interviews, we've realized that 5 out of 7 Filipinos want to buy specialty food. This on its own was already good news to us, but it became even better when people, customers, and merchants alike received our website warmly. In just a few months, Ventii Eats obtained over 130 orders and over 88,000 in revenue. Such achievement can be accredited to several factors. First, our website is user-friendly. We make it easy for customers to order, pay, and set their desired delivery schedule. They can complete the order process on our website in less than 5 minutes. No app switches needed. Furthermore, merchants like what we have to offer. Merchants have their own brand page wherein they can place their menu. They also have their own dashboard where they can see real-time information regarding the food ordered and the time and date of pickup. They don't need to have to book riders anymore. We can help them with that. Second, Ventii Eats was launched at the height of the lockdown. People started selling food to make up for lost income. There was a very strong sense of community, and people were clamoring to support small businesses. Lastly, there was a surge in people's interest in specialty food. People were experimenting with all sorts of food and beverages, such as sushi bake, ube cheese pandesal, dalgona coffee. So all in all, our website's user-friendliness and well-thought-of features, together with our timing, helped Ventii Eats gain significant traction in 2020. In 2021, though, we noticed a considerable decline in terms of demand. People have been going out and buying from restaurants again, a lot of which are aggressive already with their promos. Home chefs and bakers have also gone back to school or work. They are not actively marketing their products anymore. Because of this, we conducted interviews and found a sweet spot where we can continue serving small businesses while maximizing what we have in Ventii Eats. So we discovered that while Ventii Eats serves over 600 merchants, there are still some brands who want to build their own website to accommodate their growth. They also want to have or add extra features, personalized dashboards, and systems that can increase their efficiency. Brands like Cuisine, just like what you can see over here, they reached out to us and asked if we could provide such service. So because of that, we decided to create a technology arm for Ventii Eats, which is now called Unitech. We created Unitech for the purpose of empowering, developing, and providing innovative solutions for businesses through our game-changing technologies. That's where we come in. Unitech is an IT company that aims to revolutionize the industry by introducing modern, innovative, and pivotal technologies. What do? We build, develop, and customize software to tailor fit our customers' needs. What sets us apart from other companies is that we have already built, tried, and tested our innovative e-commerce framework and software based on the Ventii Eats website, thus making our company Unitech the most efficient and reliable partner for tech needs. For now, let us move on to a sample e-commerce website that we have already completed. We recently developed a software website for a marble and granite company. We offer them a complete package inclusive of the landing page, informational pages, product listings, services, and bookings page. Here is an actual sample of the website that we built. So this is already live right now. And we also integrated a virtual reality showroom for them to showcase their products since we know that most people right now are quite apprehensive to go out. So these are all still in the works right now, but we plan to integrate itemization wherein they can navigate through the VR and click on certain products and add to cart. So here's how all of that is going to actually help them. First, they'll be able to have their own website, which they can customize, add more features to, depending on their need, and add and edit products, create marketing posts, add and expand their reach through SEO or search engine optimization. Second, they can directly communicate with their clients through an integrated chat box, just like what you can see over here. This is what we built for them. Third, they can also accept bookings from clients and schedule appointments for site visits. Finally, they'll be able to create an in-depth analysis on what customers want and need through the automations and data analytics that we provided them with. So these are all just the beginning. And behaviors are constantly changing, especially because of the pandemic. And because of that, there have been a lot of technology focused shifts. This digital transformation is what we want to be part of. We want to be the main partner in helping businesses transition into the world of digital modernization. And we know that it's definitely not easy to build a startup, but our drive remains strong because we strive to empower, develop, and streamline businesses in the Philippines. We envision Ventii and Unitech to work hand in hand, Ventii being the platform for smaller merchants, and Unitech as the company providing growing merchants a bigger opportunity. Now that we have our two companies, Ventii Eats and Unitech, we are looking forward to establishing more partnerships with merchants and growing businesses. If you're a budding merchant or you have a business you want to scale, join us in building a community of empowered entrepreneurs.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rain from SmarterMeter, and we help remove the stress and frustration of managing your electricity here in the Philippines. I'm sure you've probably seen these types of posts in social media from guys like Kenneth, who's ranting about how surprisingly high his electricity bill has become. The problem's very real for many people, and you might even relate to it to some extent. In fact, there's even a Facebook group with 42,000 members made solely to post these kinds of stuff. Now, Kenneth is definitely not alone in this. Unlike him, who's basically a random dude on the internet, we actually had a customer named Vanny, who's the kind of career person we're all familiar with, and what she wants is to avoid bill shock, to confirm if her electricity bill is correct, to understand why her bill sometimes doubles, and to know how precisely she needs to control the use of her appliances. Kenneth and Vanny are having these challenges because right now saving electricity here in the Philippines is practically a guessing game. Which appliances do we need to control? What lifestyle adjustments do we have to make? We Filipinos only rely on our electricity bills to make these decisions. And imagine, we get data once every month. Then it's up to us to figure out what to do with the remaining 29 days. Bahala na, Hail Mary. And this idea stresses Kenneth and Vanny a lot. Why? Because electricity is, on average, the third highest expenditure of Filipino households, even bigger than health, education, and communications combined. While at the same time, we have the most expensive electricity among our ASEAN neighbors. Kenneth and Vanny are just two people out of the 25 million urban households in the Philippines suffering the same problem. That's why the residential sector accounts for more than one third the energy consumption of the entire country, the highest among all the other sectors. And to put that into perspective, remember, we are still a coal dependent nation. Generating that much electricity, that 34%, amounts to a carbon footprint equivalent to 38 million cars running every single day for an entire year. That is a real problem right there. Not only are Kenneth and Vanny constantly financially stressed out, they're also adding a lot to our climate issues. And what can they do? With the limited data and tools at their disposal, Kenneth and Vanny are practically powerless. This is why we built Smarter Meter, a device that helps households save electricity by providing them real-time data and analytics about their electricity consumption through an easy to understand online platform. With SmarterMeter, users could track their daily and hourly consumption, predict their future bill, and read our analytics to identify how to best manage your electricity consumption. And it's super easy to install. Any local technician or electrician can install it for you in 15 minutes or less. Now, you have complete data on your usage that can help you manage your bill and electricity consumption more effectively. Now, real time billing may be useful, but we want to take this a step further. What if you can track the consumption of your appliances? Coming soon is our advanced appliance recognition feature that allows users to track the activity of multiple appliances using only one smarter meter device, allowing the users to see which appliances consume how much electricity and how these appliances contribute to their bill. This works by using the smarter meter unit to record the total electricity consumption of the user's household. We then use a trained deep learning network that analyzes the harmonic frequencies of the signal to unmix and detect the activity of individual target appliances, ultimately allowing you, the user, to track the consumption of your appliances with only one smarter meter device. Remember Vanny? Now, with Smarter Meter, she's able to access an estimate of her bill even before it arrives. She could cross reference it with our accurate readings, review her consumption history for analysis, and she could identify how much each of her appliances are consuming, allowing her to better manage them. With Smarter Meter, Vanny has definitely become a smarter consumer. You could become like Vanny by getting smarter meters through a subscription that starts at 375 a month, or you could just flat out buy the device at 6,000. Either way, if you're willing to make the smarter choice with us, we could help you save up to 10 to 20% of your electricity bill annually. This amounts to an average savings of 13,500 pesos depending on your bill, giving you an average return of investment of 200%. For our competition, our closest competitors in the Philippines are companies that produce or utilize smart plugs, or those primarily catered to large commercial establishments and industries, not households. We're confident that Smarter Meter has a place in the Philippine market, not only because of the value proposition that we offer, but also because we're composed of a team of passionate and competent people whose skills lie in the necessary fields of electronics engineering, data science, software development, and business management. And our efforts in the past didn't go unnoticed as well, as we received multiple awards and recognitions for our research and development. After all, Smarter Meter is a product of diligent study. When we entered the Kubo program last November, we had a minimum viable product and, and some market validation. Our goal was to reach our first 100 clients. In trying to accomplish this goal, we stumbled upon core weaknesses in our product, operations, and value proposition, which were learned mostly by engaging closely with the few clients that we have and the potential clients that got in touch with us. Thanks to the incubation program, we were able to identify and pivot away from these faulty assumptions and focus on improving key features of our product that our market and users like. Hence, for the next couple of months after this, we'll be focusing our effort on further developing the product to align with our clients' feedback. We plan to launch by July of this year and then aim to reach our first 500 customers by the end of year 2022. With this, we aim to build a sustainable business in less than 3 years and to earn our first 100 million peso profit in 4 to 5 years. We believe that this is the perfect time to invest in technologies that would revolutionize the way people consume electricity, as energy will soon start playing a bigger role in our post pandemic society and economy. And we believe that the smarter solution to the challenges ahead for us ourselves to become smarter consumers. That is our mission in Smarter Meter. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to present to you RaceYa, the Philippines' leading portal for live and virtual events in endurance sports. I'm Tin Ferreira. I'm an endurance athlete. I have 13 years of experience in the sports with countless race finishes, including 30 top podium finishes. My journey started when I first joined a 5K race in 2008, which has then progressed from racing distance as long as 200 kilometers. From racing in BGC to exploring mountain trails, going around the Philippines for races, to going and flying abroad for international competitions abroad. From merely running to biking, swimming, obstacle course racing, even color fun run. Endurance sports has become my lifestyle. And this journey has exposed me to what our sports lack in the Philippines. An athlete's journey begins even before the race starts, and it carry on beyond the finish line. The problem, there's no one-stop portal that supports the journey of the athletes. The endurance sports system ecosystem is behind the world's best. One, because of affordability. Race technology are expensive. It's not suitable to the local events. Organizers uses manual system, making registrations and results timing slow, not available real time, not recorded or validated. There's lack of accessibility for sports product, training resources, even race event suppliers are not accessible and available locally for organizers. Our solution, RaceYa, an ecosystem for the endurance sports community, an event portal, a marketplace, and a timing portal that is digitized. A digitized race technology and portal that is easy to use, flexible, curated and tested by athletes for athletes, and affordable. The RaceYa portal. In 2020, pandemic happened. Mass gathering was canceled. There's no sporting events. It presented a challenge, an increase in the market, and a need for online solutions. And as RaceYa, we pivot and prepared. An event portal that is suited for virtual events and challenges, fundraising for pandemic aid, and online resource and workouts for the increasing community need. The marketplace digitized major retail sports stores and brands to make it for the athletes while there is lockdown. Our timing portal allowed for competitions, leaderboards, athletes competing from wherever they are. We innovated our timing solutions to make it globally available. Any technology and hardware can connect with it. Like any other product, we respond to market needs. We plan to pursue growth through marketplace optimization and an interactive connection within the ecosystem to build the community of athletes, organizers, vendors, and coaches. This is the RaceYa portal, available for athletes to go and register, get ready, geek on their results, a marketplace available for organizers, timing vendors, sports brand, coaches, event suppliers, an ecosystem all in one portal. This is our product, RaceYa. It has a very simple business model. Sign up is free for everyone. We earn from web processing fee, transaction fee and commission, subscription, web hosting fee, timing service fee, and advertisements. The numbers we have gained confirm the need for RaceYa. We have 30,000 portal users from 345 events across 5 countries where we have service. This includes our 6% growth even during the pandemic. There were 1.5 million average traffic from 13,000 users on a monthly basis. But the market is even bigger. The Philippine market has grown tremendously over the past 3 years. In 2019, there were 1,318 races. That's 1.5 million participation from athletes of 500,000. This gives the ecosystem a total revenue of 12.1 billion. For a web portal, 10% of that would be the average revenue, That's 1.2 billion. That's available market for the RaceYa portal. We can obtain 20% of that. That is 200 million. And we can achieve this growth through product development, marketing, client acquisition, additional working capital, manpower hiring, a total investment need of 6 million. Will bring us to 400 events. That's 320,000 athletes participating, 160,000 users of our portal, giving us a revenue of 274 million. How are we going to win? We are the first to market. There's ease of use. And we have the biggest database, profiles of athletes, organizers, vendors, all in one portal who can do transaction in our ecosystem in 5 clicks. In a race, the fastest is always declared the winner. But what is more important is the strategy they have. It takes perseverance and proper planning. For the RaceYa portal, we will continuously have events and community engagement. We have secured partnerships and affiliation, including those of the national sports body in triathlon, trail running, and obstacle course racing, partnership with LGUs, and about 45 onboarded race organizers. We will continuously have cross-links across other portals and an active online marketing. Our team consists of athletes. We are all entrepreneurs. I'm Tin Ferreira. I'm a strategic finance management consultant. With me is our COO, Jen Sikuya, and Rexy, our CTO consultant. We have combined decades of experience in management, technology, marketing, finance, sales, and operations. We're all athletes. And for us, there's no finish line. That's why for RaceYa, there's no finish line. We will penetrate the market in the Philippines and Southeast Asia through our portal, but eventually grow and expand across Asia. And exploring the use of our portal by other sports beyond endurance sports. Eventually, working towards global expansion. We will be the world's number one. And this will bring us a revenue from 200 million average annual income and revenue to 2.2 billion eventually on our 5th year. RaceYa will be the world leader. It's a dream. When we launched, I said, Kilian Jornet, the world's top trail runner, will be wearing the RaceYa bracelet while the world watch him. This is Kilian at the World Trail Running Championship, and the world watch him race. The world watch him win at the RaceYa portal. It was a dream come true for us. RaceYa is the Philippines' leading portal for live and virtual events in endurance sports. Eventually, we will be the world's number one. Come journey with us. Join us in this race. I'll race you there. You may contact us at details above. Thank you and good afternoon.
A pleasant day to everyone. I'm Patrick Balahadya and I'm one of the co-founders of Spare. So, did you ever encounter a scenario wherein the cashier cannot give the exact amount of change back to you? Or you have a change but don't want to receive it because it's a hassle to keep it in your pockets? Or simply just receiving your loose change but keep misplacing them? Or are you just a traditional person who just loves saving coins through pag-alkansya? So, with those being said, the problems that we aim to solve is that stores run out of change funds to give back to customers, especially coins, the traditional way of saving through pag-alkansya, and people are looking for ways to increase their savings. So, our solution and the idea is for customers to pay with cash and digitize their loose change for savings. Spare is a platform for making loose change even more valuable, and it is a digital piggy bank that serves as a micro savings platform. So our target market that we are looking into are the 20 to 40-year-old working class population because they are most likely to have smartphones, have access to the internet, and can easily adapt to new technologies and also still prefer cash payments. And also the hyperlocal merchants because they are the ones having problems giving back the exact amount of change to their customers. For our competitors, we have indirect competitors in the market, but our niche is that the only way to cash in with Spare is from digitizing spare or loose change every cash transactions that you make or they make from our partner stores. This is our first product, the Speculator, and this is the app that can give back loose change digitally to the customers. And so the cashier simply inputs the total change of the customer, inputs the desired amount to spare of the customer, and let the customer scan the QR code. And this is our second product, the Spare app. This is the app that can receive the spare change from the stores. So you can use your savings to pay to our partner stores, view partner stores, and view the transaction histories, both payment and received spare change from stores. So our version 2 is under development, and our plans with our version 2 is to integrate features like buy load, invest, donate, and cash out. And we've also developed our admin tool. So this is used to optimize our workflow to easier for an easier approval and verification of the registration of stores, accept and decline requested spare credits of the stores, view and monitor the transactions happening between the merchants and the customers. We could also see feedbacks here. And basically, this is used to view all the history of what's happening in our system. For our revenue stream, we are still in the testing stage, but we plan to integrate 3% convenience fees every transactions with the Spare app, conversion of savings to investment opportunities, cashing out, and buy load. For our timeline, we started our incubation program with Kubo last November 2020. We've been bootstrapping and started developing the idea. We've been recruiting and we had an increase in team members. We've been aligning ourselves with the vision and the direction of the startup. We've been having mentorship from various accelerator programs, talking with government agencies such as Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, and also talking with venture capitalists. We've been also fundraising through joining accelerator programs. And then come April 2021, we've started deploying our MVP, and we've had an increased numbers of users, both Spare app and Speculator. With just a span of 1 month since our soft launch, we've had a good progress because we're now in 33 partner stores, 101 Spare app users, and 15 transactions and counting. So we've been getting good feedbacks and 5-star reviews from our users. And one of them are even recommending added our security for our added features. Christian Mark Calastro, who believes in our vision. And for our marketing strategy to further improve our traction, we plan on continuously do social media and digital marketing. We've finished our website and started doing SEO campaigns. We're giving away free 15 pesos for every new registered user. And we plan on partnering with public and private organizations. So we've learned a lot from the incubation programs that we joined into, talking with Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and even talking with VCs. And we've been applying our learnings from them into our startup to further nourish and give value to our startup. Here's the core team of Spare. So we all have professional experiences in both the IT industry and also in sales. So what's next for us? Our goals for the end of 2021 is to continuously develop our version 2, increase our partner establishments, transactions and users, scale to nearby provinces, network with accelerator programs, and hopefully investors. Also, we are looking for industry partners, clients, and investors who are willing to work with us and believes in our vision to help us scale and even grow faster. If interested, please do email us at technologyspare@gmail.com. And once again, we are Spare and we make your spare change meaningful. Thank you and God bless.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daimler, and I'm here today to introduce to you our company, Cocotel. We're currently the Philippines' largest virtual getaway hotel and resort chain, and we're currently raising 1 million US dollars in terms of equity and convertible notes to further grow our business. With this, as I mentioned, we are currently the biggest getaway hotel chain in the Philippines with more than 20 locations across the country, and we've currently expanded our first international location in Australia and currently growing day by day. So with this, we provide our solutions for all of our partners where we solve their problems, such as independent hotels all around the Philippines and as well as in Australia. So what we do is we partner up with these hotels who encounter these problems, such as that in our experience, there are a lot of people who have the money to put up a hotel, but they don't have the resources or the expertise to run it efficiently, properly. Therefore, they can't fully maximize the full potential and opportunity of their hotel, whereas they still resort to manual processing of reservations, the traditional ways of marketing by partnering with travel agencies, and due to the constraints that they can't operate their hotel on a 24/7 customer service, and therefore sometimes it's a lost business and it's a waste. And in terms of receiving payments, they opt for the traditional over the counter or remittance, which is not efficient in this day and age. So with this, we provide our solutions for all of our hotel partners by revolutionizing the traditional system with our technological solutions. First, we provide our technology, which is our advanced property management system, and as well as our co-branding with the Cocotel brand, and as well as our yield, inventory, and revenue management services, whereas our partners can actually fully maximize the potential and profitability of their hotel. So with all of these beneficial business solutions, we actually get questions and concerns. So what we do is we solve the problem of the 24/7 customer service where we provide this for our partners and as well as our guests. So we have two business models. We provide our technological solutions, which is our all-in-one property management system, and it's accessible even with the most minimal amount of internet. So we provide this for all of our partner hotels for them to view their bookings in real time and to see the sources, and as well as generate reports, view occupancy rates, how much a room is making, and more. And this integrated with all of our marketing channels to avoid overbooking, which is a common mistake in the hospitality industry. And with this, we have to keep up with the most advanced payment gateways right now. So it is integrated with all of the available payment gateways known. So with this, we're able to fit our properties with two business models. So the first one is Cocotel Culture, whereas we handle the inventory, sales, and digital marketing and charge 15% Cocotel commission per booking through our platforms. The second is Cocotel Signature. So this is where we handle the entire property from A to Z, from the day-to-day operations, the marketing, the food and beverage, and more. And we charge 8% of Cocotel's commission of a total monthly gross revenue generated by the property. And so, we have actually seen an upward trend in terms of our growth, especially after the lockdowns in the Philippines have been lifted last November 2020. And on our first month of reopening, we were able to get an 8 times growth. As you can see from our start of 2021, we were able to see a positive cash flow up to this day. And we're currently growing our revenue day by day. So as I mentioned, we're actually raising $1 million US in terms of revenue, with 70% being allocated to Cocotel Australia due to the uncertainty of the lockdown implications here in the Philippines. So we want to grow our business further in Australia by focusing on our expansion, our sales, marketing, and day-to-day operations. So why the Australian market? It's because we want to be the first mover and have the advantage of being the first virtual hotel chain in the country, because Australia is a blue ocean. It's an untapped market of virtual hotels with the availability of independent hotels in that country alone, with the unlikelihood of our competitors to penetrate that market alone. Our business model has actually been proven by our competitors and ourselves. It's because they were able to prove it and scale it over 6 to 8 years. And us at Cocotel, we actually tap the blue ocean strategy, where we focus on getaway hotels alone. And we've tackled the Philippines and the Australian online hotel market with a total value of $860 million US alone. And right now, even with the COVID-19 pandemic, we're the only hotel aggregator that is profitable in these times. With the investment, we want to be the largest getaway hotel chain in the Asia Pacific region by 2025. With our current standing of 34 hotels in the Philippines alone, with one in Australia as well, we can exponentially grow this business further. With this investment, we can get more than 125 hotels by 2023, and then more than 300 by 2025. And we want to expand more than just Australia and more than just the Philippines. We want to expand to the neighboring countries in the Asia Pacific region alone, such as that we're in talks in Malaysia for a possible joint venture to possibly grow the business further and further. With the investment, it can sustain our operations for a conservative timeline of 2 years alone. With the possible investment, this is the attainable numbers that we could get. So with the Cocotel room nights spent, we could reach almost 230,000 in terms of room nights, with an ARR of $17 million US and a net take rate of 2.6 million, with an EBITDA margin of 32% in 2023. With the investment to reach our end goal by 2025, we can almost reach 500,000 room nights spent with Cocotel, with an ARR of 37.8 million and a net take rate of 5.6, with our EBITDA margin to be 43% by 2025. All of the development that Cocotel has happened in the past few months, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, Kubo has actually helped us realign ourselves and actually fix ourselves. Back then, we were on the verge of bankruptcy. But with the help of Kubo, we were able to turn ourselves into a profitable company in less than 6 months, with a 60% month-on-month growth since the start of the program. With the guidance and mentorship through Kubo's programs, they helped us think bigger. We want to be the biggest getaway hotel chain in the Asia Pacific region by 2025. And they helped us realize how we get there. So what we did, we did think bigger and we did pivot ourselves to expand internationally. And this is why we have our first location in Australia, and it will grow further and further with the investment. With the help of Kubo and our other competitions and incubators that we have joined, we have realized that we want to be the biggest getaway hotel chain in the entire Asia Pacific region with a possible investment, and we can attain that. With this, I would like to thank everyone, and let's escape the ordinary together with Cocotel. That's my.
Good day, everyone. I'm sure all of you are seeing this presentation has ordered online and contributed to the growth of e-commerce. Do you know that Philippines ranked first on the largest e-commerce growth in Southeast Asia with a recorded 57% growth in 2020? For an e-commerce business to be successful, it requires a perfect mix of reliable last-mile delivery partners. It can't be a revenue until it gets delivered. Right now, presenting to you the startup who have built the Philippines' largest logistics ecosystem, and we are from Last Mile Inc. Last Mile Inc. is a shared logistics innovation company that changes the way business operate their last mile deliveries. We created a logistics platform ecosystem that aims to solve the pains for businesses that operate their own delivery operations and also for businesses that rely on third-party logistics partners. The 2020 COVID pandemic has resulted to positive increase in our user base and transactions. And how it feels is we are growing because our services make sense. Our last mile platforms has been servicing more than 80 clients, mix of small, medium, and large enterprises, since we started offering our products in 2019. Based on our data, for the last 12 months, we have increased 200% quarterly on platform transactions, 23% quarterly increase on subscribed accounts, and with the growth of customers in the platform, we were able to onboard 5 new reliable logistics partners to support our customers' e-commerce and delivery operations. Now, we have over 30 logistics partners in the platform. We have also fully integrated the big three for on-demand deliveries, which is Lalamove, Grab, and Mr. Speedy. And our startup is generating $17,000 on an average monthly recurring revenue. As e-commerce being fastest growing industry in the Philippines, based from Statista, their 2021 projection for the annual revenue grew by 330% compared to 2020 forecast. It is projected Philippines will generate $4.4 billion revenue in e-commerce this year. And let's do the math. Based on the data, the average basket price of $26, and if we divide 4.4 billion with 26, we are looking at 170 million deliveries for this year, 2021. And it will grow by 14.75% in an average for the next 4 years. And based on our research, there are more than 3,000 registered logistics service providers to service the market. And the question is, how many of them do you know? The problem that we're trying to solve here is, out of the 3,000 logistics service partners to serve the market, only few are known, and as a result, there are less alternative for the store owners. Our first product aims to provide merchants and access to a network of logistics partners in one platform. Having over 30 delivery partners onboarded, it will bring flexibility to their delivery operations. A simpler way to describe it is, Delivery's PH is like a sky scanner for deliveries. Our next solution is our key to enable more logistics service partners to serve our customers. It is our data-driven delivery management platform, Fleet. It is highly scalable as it's mobile and web-based system without needing to install a device to the vehicle. We have deployed Fleet to multiple industries such as courier, food, e-commerce, and trucking. And the last product is our Riders, where we provide access to a network of manpower agency partners to provide deployment support to businesses. We make sure that businesses do understand the deployed rider performance by bundling the service with our fleet delivery system. With all 3 products combined, business access to network logistics providers options and new opportunity for our logistics partners. With Fleet, we provide operational visibility to business and optimize their delivery process with their delivery data. And lastly, resource deployment flexibility with or rider deployment support with riders.ph. To add value and acquire more transactions in our platforms, we created a team dedicated to build plugins with the largest e-commerce platform brands like Shopify, Magento, Prosperna, Unicommerce, Enchanto, and other more. We can enable integration without needing a developer in no time. Now, let me show you how the platform works.
When a merchant makes a sale, he will then pick and pack the goods for it to be ready for shipping. After packing the goods for shipping, he will then access his deliveries.ph dashboard, create a new post, select what type of service they would like to make use of, enter the pickup details, then the delivery details, and after everything has been filled up, the next part is selecting which courier they would like to make use of. In this case, they would select Lalamove. Last part is the review of the delivery information, and after which, after you finalize a job, you can view and monitor all the deliveries using our dashboard. So every time the color changes, it means there's a new status change that you can actually view in the history. And when items is ready for pickup, the rider will pick up the goods. Status will change in the dashboard with all the information about the driver until it gets delivered. When goods has been delivered, the job will be gone in the pending job because it has been fulfilled, and all the deliveries can be monitored and reviewed in the reports part of our dashboard. Operating your delivery operation should be as easy as this one.
How our platform earns. Our business model is a mix of subscription and pay-per-use model. We earn from $2 to $10 per account and from 10 cents to 50 cents per transaction, depending on the volume of commitment from our customers. We commit to provide a highly capable product, and we make sure we have a highly capable team to back it up. Us, the founders, has been working together in tech company prior to founding Last Mile. Myself, who work in one of the largest supply chain company in New Zealand, an e-com seller who's active in the community. Anna, who has solid experience in heading a tech company for more than 8 years. Jason, a seasoned solutions architect that ensures platform can handle large amount of concurrent data and users. And Brandon, a founder of multiple successful startups and had previous experience on running a small logistics company. Locally, Last Mile has pioneered the logistics aggregation and automation platform, and we believe we are years ahead of our competitors. Over the next 3 years, Last Mile envisions to be the leading digital logistics innovation company in Asia. Right now, we are opening our doors to possible strategic partnership and investors who would like to join us and shape the e-commerce and logistics. We are raising $300,000 to boost our product development and also for us to access the market outside the Philippines, as our product has already undergone internationalization and we are ready to offer our products outside the country. For those who believe in Last Mile vision as much as we do, please do reach us in our email. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm the co-founder of Fitscover. We're building a marketplace for fitness focused in Southeast Asia. The online fitness industry is growing extremely fast, 7 times in the next 7 years. And COVID-19 has shifted the rate in which consumers are coming online. However, despite the fact that consumers are shifting online in fitness, trainers are slow to follow suit. And that's because starting online fitness business is extremely hard. You have to create a website using tools like Wix or Squarespace, manage your customers using tools like MindBody, use Trainerize for customer retention, all of it integrated with online payments such as Stripe, and all of it integrated with online scheduling, online calendar, online videos. All of these use so many different platforms, and fitness trainers aren't techies, so they have a hard time navigating all of these different platforms. It's super fragmented. However, we are techies. Our backgrounds intersect fitness and technology. I used to work at Google for over 7 years, working on big consumer products such as Gmail and Google Drive. My partner Francis was mentored by the CIO of Ateneo. We're also big in the fitness community. I'm the head coach for Under Armour in the Philippines, for Under Armour Training Club, and also an ambassador for Spartan Race. My partner Francis is a leader in the Garmin running community. Together, we created one of the biggest fitness communities in the Philippines with over 6,000 members. We're looking to build Fitscover to empower the 4 million trainers around the world and the 200,000 fitness businesses to easily create an online business and get discovered. We do all the heavy lifting so that vendors can focus on training their clients. So there are other tools on the market right now, but they don't exactly do the jobs. Things like Instagram or YouTube help with exposure, but they don't automate the workflow, and their work is still very manual. There are tools like ClassPass and Peloton in which consumers can use to discover different types of fitness, but they don't do much for the vendors. In fact, they pay the vendors very little. There are also tools like Mind, Body, and Trainerize in which trainers can set up their business, but these tend to be very expensive and they don't help with customer discovery. What Fitscover looks to do is fill in the gaps that all of these tools leave behind. What used to take thousands of dollars and months of time to set up, with Fitscover can be done affordably in just under 30 minutes. Let us show you how this is done. First, we provide an open platform for any trainers to set up their own business website in just 3 simple steps. Number 1, they enter in their business information. Number 2, they add in the few photos to customize their page. Photos of their workouts, photos of their customers. And number 3, they add the contents to finish their page. Their rates, their location, whatever they want. In just 15 minutes, you have your basic website ready to go. In step 2, we give you free systems and tools to get started. These are things like online calendar, taking membership subscription, on-demand workout programs, and many more. Then in number 3, we look to automate sales and increase exposure. What Airbnb did for home rentals, what Shopify did for product sales, that's what we want to do for gym reservations and personal trainings. Our monetization strategy is aligned with our vendor success. We take a 10% commission on the transactions that go through our website. These are things like events bookings, workout programs, membership subscriptions, any things that vendors would use to succeed and to monetize. Our monetization is tied in with analytics and with tracking, so all of it has one seamless experience without vendors having to manually track down their customers and their payments. We also have a pro status that trainers can earn. The more clients they earn, the more transactions that go through that goes through Fitscover, the easier it is to earn a pro status. When they earn a pro status, they can get more clients and charge higher rates. So with a pro status, trainers can get discovered more. They can charge higher rates. They have premium features that are not available to normal clients, and they also earn instant credibility. Our pro status encourages online transactions into our platform so that these trainers can charge higher rates and grow their business in the future. We also have a corporate wellness program that we charge $10 per employee per month. These are things like an on-demand series of workouts in which employees can follow to get healthier. They also get a community page in which all of the employees can log their workouts into that one company employee page. Our average client has about 100 employees onto the program, earning about $1,000 per month for each corporate client. Our execution strategy is to evolve from a SaaS business of where we are right now into eventually becoming a marketplace. Right now in step 1, we're focused on only providing the affordable tools for the vendors. We're providing the tools for vendors to set up their business easily and manage their customers easily. In step 2, that's where we strengthen the vendor to consumer connection. That's where vendors will bring their customers onto their website hosted by our platform. These are things like workout planner, community page, and much more. This is how we get the consumer acquisition. In step 3, only once we've acquired enough vendors and enough consumers, that's when we open up the marketplace. We don't want to start with marketplace because starting with a marketplace goes through a chicken and egg problem in which you have to acquire both vendors and consumers at the same time. This can get complicated and this doesn't have a stickiness factor. Instead, we want to make sure that our vendors are keeping their business on Fitscover, and that's why we're focusing on the vendors first and evolving into stages. Under this understanding, we see that other startups are not really marketplaces. Things like ClassPass and Peloton, while they help consumers find different types of workouts, they don't help business vendors set up their business. For example, I can't set up my business on mikejangfitness.classpass.com. Instead, I would use something like Trainerize or Wix or Mindbody to start up my business. These tend to be very expensive, and the worst part is, once I set up my business, they don't help me get discovered. Fitscover is the only platform that helps you set up your business and get discovered. We have some early stage traction. A lot of it is accelerated through the Kubo incubation program. Before the program, we were earning less than $1,000 in revenue. Now we're earning over almost $3,000 in revenue per month. We have 4 corporate clients. We only launched our corporate client program in January. So when we started the Kubo program, we started with 0. We also have 180 vendors and 4,000 consumers on our platform. We have even more on our waiting list that we haven't onboarded yet because we're waiting to finish developing some new features. We're looking to raise $300,000 in safe notes or convertible notes to finish the product and launch it to the public. 2020 has been a huge year for digital startups as many unicorns have popped up around the world. However, there's a huge opportunity in Southeast Asia, and that's where we look to be. So if you're ready, let's get after those gains. We have vendors in our waiting list. We have partnerships ready to go. I'm looking forward to working with you to grow Fitscover.